alleviated, ready to go for the second half. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score.
Touchdown, Jets.
And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the ball.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Pass, offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Taken about 7 yards. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
The kicker on.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Showtime, baby!
And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And you can bet 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And now out come the Patriots. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Wow, you're in a goal-to-goal situation. Where is he going? I get trying to make a play, but at some point, man, you've just got to go down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Copeland leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Does the big boy have the juice? An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can...
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From a yard out, and the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
James White, the ball carrier. A fumble on the play.
And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's going to let it go deep. And it's complete. They're going to get the 1st. A big play there on the fake field goal. 76 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll hand this to Michelle to get things started. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Jets have recovered. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Simon that time coming through to make the play. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Now a handoff looking right. Open space inside the 10. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Patriots 2.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Offside, defense.
So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Bolden on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return, the Patriots take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side.
You know they pay.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, 74 yards. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Justin
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. Touchdown, Patriots.
Ryan Izzo. Touchdown.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From way up at the 23. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
And now out come the Jets. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 62 yards on the ground. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now White on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
A short kick taken at the 18. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 2. What a spectacular return.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
That's caught at the 3. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. New England trying to get a place on offense. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Well, I think this is a free play for Newton. He's going to air one out. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Offside. Defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Patriots 32.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And he won't get all the way into the end zone as he's out of bounds, but not before getting it down inside the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
The New York set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance where they took control.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Brandon Copeland, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here if he gets another one. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Here we go. Here we go.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. On first down, Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mohamed Sanu, 68 yards. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this size. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
And that touchdown, well, it barely.
It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
You
down
would
there?
not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. On for the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And shedding him off, now open field. Up to midfield.
The Jets take over.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
New York ready to go again offensively. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to...
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Newton. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just 3 yards shy of the end zone.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. Incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
His pass caught at the 4. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a third. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Patriots send out their punter in punt formation. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Newton on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grabbed a nugget when...
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction.
Still leading, but it costs him. So that one will be accepted. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mohamed Sanu with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots get a score closer. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you. Rally.